This is the Mariners POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Seattle Mariners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Homers are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Home runs are fun. 100% of the Mariners' runs today come via the home run. Julio Rodriguez, Randy Arozarena, and Jorge Polanco all go yard. This isn't football. They're not going long. For Sam Darnold.
They went pretty long.
They go yard, and the Mariners win this one. What is it? 4-3, 3-2, something
4
like
to 2.
that.
4-2.
Yeah, something in between that. I should know the score before I go live, but yeah. I do not, because this is the Mariners POSTCAST. I'm Anderson Hurst, Christopher Crawford, right to my left. It's been a long day for me. I'm sorry. Mariners win game one of the series against the Los Angeles Angels. Great win. Even better news long-term with the imminent arrival of Josh Naylor. Yep. All in all, good day to be a Mariners fan. We're going to talk about Logan Evans and his start. We're going to talk about the long ball. Those three long balls are basically the story of the offense today. And we'll do our unsung hero / villain. Of course, hopefully Chris won't steal mine this time. Christopher Crawford, what are your thoughts about this Mariners with victory?
Good win. It's a good win. It's a good way to start this road trip. It's nice to get off to a nice start. And, we'll talk about Logan Evans. Do I think there was some fortune there? Yeah, absolutely I do. But
it feels like that way every time.
The results are the results.
Yeah.
The results are the results, and they were good enough today. The bullpen was just good enough today. The offense was just good enough today.
That's all you need.
But, I can't lie to you. When you make a trade like they do today and then you get a win today, it just kind of adds to the excitement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It would have been disappointing to make a move like this and then to say, ugh, it's followed by a loss. And it maybe right. If you wanted to play the devil's advocate, you say, well, that's the reason why you're making trades for a player like Josh Naylor. Sure. So you don't have these type of losses. But a good, solid win, some things to definitely improve on, but I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely take it after kind of a disappointing end to that series against the Brew Crew.
MacMan could not agree more. Julio is so good until he isn't until he is again. It's just kind of how it goes with him, man. You got to ride these. And honestly, he is when he's not playing in T-Mobile Park, he isn't when he's playing in T-Mobile Park.
Yeah.
He is better when he's playing away from T-Mobile Park. It's just
he's not a great hitter at his home surroundings. Yeah, he's not been a great hitter in his home surroundings.
No one really is. Honestly, There's very few hitters.
Tough place to hit, but boy, there's a reason I titled it "He Loves LA." He seems to really like hitting here, and it was very nice to see some power. But I think we got to start with Logan Evans because
you know what, you should just host. Like, screw it. Let's start with the start, Chris Crawford. Go ahead.
Thank you. I thought Logan Evans looked atrocious in the first inning, and from that point on, he was fine.
Yeah,
He was fine. He just gives up the one run. The command wasn't great. I think he threw 45 of 79 pitches for strikes, which is less than ideal, but he's able to avoid. He makes a couple of really nice pitches on the black to hitters like Nolan Shanwell. The swing and miss stuff just isn't there. He's not fooling guys, but it was good enough. It was also a start that, and look, Justin Hollander and Jerry DiPoto know. They watched this. They didn't come out of this start and say, nope, we've got fifth starter all figured out, right? There's no way. But they'll certainly take this result. 5 innings of one-run baseball from your fifth starter, you'll take it every time. It doesn't have to look pretty, right? We can judge the result or how likely it is he's going to repeat that result. But the result was the result. I'm saying result way too many times. Yeah, ultimately, I thought Logan Evans was fine. It was fine. And I like that he didn't take the first inning with him, right? Because it was fortunate that he only gives up that one run in that first inning. Very fortunate. And then from that point on, there's certainly some traffic, but he gets the job done. And teams, if you're watching it and you want to trade for Logan Evans and you want to give us a better fifth starter, I'm okay with that too.
So it's actually weird. I almost came away from today's game thinking not the opposite, but a different line of thinking with Logan Evans' start today. I almost thought, you know what? he doesn't look great. But if you're getting these results 2 out of every 3 starts with him, which it seems like you are, and then the one obviously sometimes can be a blow up, then I'm okay with that for your 5th starter. I know there's talks that the Mariners are looking to upgrade their 5th starter position. Now, I know Bryce Miller's coming back soon. I don't know how that's going to look. I almost am not hoping for anything on that front, just because we don't know what to expect. And I'd almost rather him get 100% healthy than us to try and rush him back anytime soon. If this is what you're getting from Logan Evans, this is agreeing that it doesn't look like it's anything sustainable.
Sure.
That's kind of what he is, though. If you're dancing around the black, trying to get calls from the umpire, hope no one really barrels your stuff up. Maybe you have one bad inning, but if you come out of it with 5 innings, 1 run, we'll take that from our 5th starter every single time. So I don't know. To me, I almost gained a little confidence with the 5th starter's position after today. Not because of how it looked or how its sustainability moving forward. It's just that, all right, if you're getting this every 2 out of 3 starts from your number 5 starter, I'm okay with that. What say you?
I get where you're coming from for sure. What I would just say, though, is that process has to matter too, right? And we've also seen the results in when this guy faces a lineup that's worth anything. And let's be honest here, the Angels do have some bashers. They can guys who can hit the ball over the fence, but they're also one of the worst average teams in terms of hitting for average and on base percentage, right? They're just not a team that puts together things. Whereas when you watch him pitch against the Yankees, when you watched him pitch against Texas, they said a bunch of those runs were unearned. Bull crap. He absolutely earned. They were deserved. There's a reason deserved run average is a stat in baseball prospectus.
Deserved run average.
Run average. Yeah, I'll show that to you when we're done. It's actually a pretty cool one. It's good work from some buddies that I used to work with. But I think that's fair. And again, it's your 5th starter, right? If you were relying on this guy to be more than that, it would be more concerning. I also think that because of the way you've managed this rotation, there's going to be times you can skip Logan Evans or you can skip whoever your 5th starter is. And the big thing with Bryce Miller, and this is Ty and Colby stuff. And by the way, check out their reaction to the Naylor trade.
Great stuff on the Josh Naylor stuff because I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yeah, it's a great job. And what was I talking about?
I don't know. Logan Evans, something about skipping his starts.
Skipping starts, right. Because of the fact that they have managed the rotation this way, you can kind of skip him, right? When you have those days off. And they can't do it right now because they're playing 17 straight games after playing 17 straight games earlier, which is just a ridiculous thing. Come on, Major League Baseball. That should not happen. You should not play 34 games in 35 days or whatever it is. But,
no, it's because they had the All-Star break in between. So
no, but the Mariners also they're the only team that's playing on Thursday and Monday next week. They are the only Major League Baseball team that's doing that, and that's some of that has to do with the scheduling stuff because of our little corner of the country. But it's also kind of ridiculous. I'm not trying to make super excuses here, but it is a little annoying that they're the only team that after the All-Star break plays on both Thursday and Monday of next week. But you can do that. You can start doing that. And really the big thing here is we'll see how Bryce Miller looks in his rehab start, right? If he's throwing the same type of velocity that we see, I think velocity for Bryce Miller is massive because he's not somebody who's really fooling you with his secondary offerings, right? He wants to throw that 97 mile per hour spinner, right? But it was a 93 to 94 mile per hour spinner the last couple of games or last couple of times we saw him. Can't do that. Cannot have that. So that's going to be your answer, right?
Okay.
If Bryce Miller's ready to go, then Bryce Miller's the guy. Logan Evans has certainly earned the right to stay in the Seattle Mariner rotation, though, based on how tonight went.
Yeah, and obviously, he's still not going to do it every time. He's going to have the blow-up starts. And to be honest, if you have that once every 5,
it's not so bad.
No, it's not. And honestly, I think the bigger thing will be how the rest of the guys look, right? If Logan Gilbert is truly back, because what we saw from him recently, and George Kirby starts to round into form a little bit more, then I'm like, all right, then you have 4 dudes. And if Luis Castillo continues to do what he has been doing for the majority of this season, as well as Brian Wu, then you have 4 dudes. And I'm okay with that 5th starter being a little hit and miss, If it gets bad, obviously, fine. But especially with Logan Evans being like, all right, if Bryce Miller isn't healthy, we can throw him out there. But then, if he is, then we have the ability to throw Bryce Miller. And then if we need to give him rest days, just have a Logan Evans spot start here and there. Then I'm totally fine with that, honestly. Yeah. And, again, Ty and Colby territory. We'll see what ends up happening with the rest of the trade deadline. Please follow them for any updates on that front. We are just reacting to this game. Let's really quick give some love to our sponsor for today's show, and then we'll talk about the offense. Does that sound good, Chris Crawford?
Sounds wonderful, host.
We'll see who ends up hosting, talking more about the end of this one. We've all been there, logging on early and waiting forever for concert tickets to go on sale, only to lose your spot for a show you've been dying to see. Live music should be about making memories, not dealing with the stress of ticket shopping. That's where Gametime comes in.
Gametime makes getting concert tickets faster and easier than ever. Prices actually drop as it gets closer to showtime, and you can save up to 60% off with their killer last-minute deals. That's such a great deal. Sometimes you just don't know if you're going to be able to go, right? You just don't know if you're going to have the people who want to go with you. Sure. Sometimes going to a concert by yourself isn't great. Sometimes it's wonderful. Sometimes I prefer to be by myself for that. Yeah. Nobody appreciates the music that I do. But it's nice to know that I can get those last-minute deals from Gametime and not worry about missing out on that moment.
Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets and show tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. That's on top of the up to 60% off last-minute deals you would get because you're using Gametime. So you get $20 extra off. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. All right, let's get to the offense. Your boy Julio hits a home run away from home. Water's wet. What's going on there?
He'll homer in Seattle again someday. It just might be maybe. But it was really nice to see him go with that pitch, like show that power to the opposite field. There's never been a question about the raw power. It's applying that power. And
yes,
pretty cool thing, according to the the best to ever do it, Sarah Langs. First player ever to have 4 seasons in a row to begin his career with 15 homers and 20 stolen bases. No one has ever done that in the history of the sport. Now, is that good enough? No, but it's still a pretty cool little side thing.
Yeah.
I love seeing him drive the baseball to the opposite field, but I also love seeing him attack pitches on the inner half. Like, that's a big thing. It was nice to see the single as well. We'll take a 2-hit game with a homer for sure. And It was pretty big because for 3 innings, or was it 4 innings, Yusei Kikuchi was dominating this lineup, right? And the Mariners have really struggled against Yusei Kikuchi. I believe Aaron Goldsmith brought up that was the second ever extra base hit the Mariners have had against Yusei Kikuchi, who has pitched against Seattle a time or two. Great to see Julio drive the baseball. Great to see that entire inning, right? Because then Randy, that 2-run homer. And can I give an early unsung hero?
Sure.
Short fences. Short fences are cool. I like short fences. And, the reason why those fences are short is because they're some of the deepest left field and right field in all of baseball. So it'd be unfair if you had Baltimore on top of having those things. But I like short fences. Number one, you get a chance to rob a home run that is maybe you wouldn't get to rob before. And number two, just like seeing them. I like seeing that little league-esque type of home run. There's nothing little league about either of those homers. Those balls were both hit very far. But I like short fences.
Yeah, I'm with you. So you get the Julio home run, you get the Randy home run in that inning. And you know what? I'll give you my
please
unsung hero right now, and it's going to be Jorge Polanco.
Love it.
I really like what I'm seeing from him at the plate right now. I know, today was kind of the first big results day for him recently, but I think if we talk about process versus results, I think process has been there for him for a significant time. Like, he's taken walks more than he has for a long time. He's hitting the ball in the air a lot more recently. Today, he started against a left-handed pitcher, which is great. And he played
Awesome.
honestly, he played some good second base defense too.
He really did. He made a couple of really nice plays today and showed range to both sides. Like he made a nice play
and a good arm.
And plenty of arm strength to get the ball there. That was really nice to see. And it's, is he as good a defender as Cole Young? Absolutely not. Not even close.
No.
But especially now, especially where we are in the season, Jorge Polanco needs to be in the lineup as often as possible.
Every day.
All due respect to Cole Young, who I think will get there someday. Yeah. He's not that guy right now. He is not the guy who has to be in the lineup every day, right? Can I give you a quick unsung villain?
Yeah.
Just because he'll never watch this. It's Aaron Goldsmith for thinking that Ben Williamson hit a home run.
He was so excited that Ben Williamson hit the ball in the air that he thought it was gone.
He says there's a drive, and I was just typing up. I was writing an article on the trade for Emerald City Spectrum, and I hear Ben Williamson with a drive, and I just look up. And
he got so excited.
The ball did not even get to the gosh damn warning track.
Yeah,
come on, Aaron. I love you. You're the best in the business.
Yeah, he is.
But you cannot fool me like that. Not with my sweet Ben Williamson. Not with Benny. I was like, oh my gosh, Nathan Bishop's gonna have to be on a watch right now because this guy doesn't want him to succeed. No, that was Dave Sims adjacent, and all due respect to Dave, one of the nicest people in the world.
Yeah. He messes those up sometimes.
Dave had a few moments where the eyesight didn't quite live up to where he would like it. And I'll tell you, it's hard. It's very hard because they do not, especially in Anaheim, they do not have the same angle that you normally have. So you're kind of judging the player and stuff. And I bet Ben Williamson thought he probably got it all too.
Yeah.
The sad thing is maybe Ben Williamson did get it all.
He did. I think he did, honestly.
Yeah, just real quick, very nice game for Ben Williamson defensively.
Yes.
He did a very solid job. You got to upgrade at third base. Yeah. I especially now that you have Naylor, it just makes it so much more obvious where you have to upgrade. And is second base a possibility? Sure. Is right field a possibility? I think so. Absolutely. Yes. By the way, Dylan Moore got on base, baby. Woo! It's been a while.
They better not do it.
And you know what? Speaking of Ty and Colby territory, the roster decision that is coming is going to be fascinating. Because you can make an argument for a lot of roster decisions here, folks. A lot of them. And I don't know what you do.
Who would you drop for?
Honestly, I probably would drop Dylan Moore. And
I would too.
What I would be doing is, I guarantee you, if Dylan Moore got DFA'd, you could work out a trade for him. There would be teams interested in him without question. I don't think you can drop Luke Raley. I think there's too much offensive potential. And while I don't think Josh Naylor is a platoon player, I do think having Donovan Solano as that guy off the bench that can sell Naylor, and also the clubhouse leadership thing, right? The clubhouse camaraderie thing.
Does Dylan Moore have any of that?
Dylan Moore's a popular player. People like him. It's just a different thing. And let's be honest, it's also a different thing because of what he gives the Spanish-speaking community in the
Absolutely.
Now, are you asking me to predict what'll happen? I think Donovan Solano's getting DFA.
Yeah,
I think Donovan Solano's going to get the DFA. It's not necessarily what I would do, but Luke Raley, you can make a case. You can make a case based on how bad he's been in 2025. But of those three, he's got the most offensive upside by a substantial margin. And that would be the one. What's going to make you feel like you got kicked into Tookits the most, right? I think that a move with Luke Raley, unless it's an injured list stint, and if somebody has the sniffles, we could see something along those lines. I don't think Luke Raley has options for those asking. I don't think that he does have minor league options. So, I don't know. It's fascinating. I'll be curious to see what Ty and Colby talk about tomorrow. With
because the most obvious one would be Solano. I think the one that is the right decision would be Dylan Moore.
Mm-hmm.
The one, if you're really trying to save the player and keep him on your roster, it's Dom Canzone because he has options.
Yeah.
But you just can't because of
No,
what
he's
he's doing with the
too
bat
good.
right now. Yeah, you
He's
can't.
been too good. It's crazy to
Unless you
think.
do an overnight trade with Dom Canzone.
Well,
Like,
that's the thing. That's the thing. And I'm 100% sure that the Seattle Mariners are not done, right? They are not done with this roster, but I'll be really curious to see. Some of this depends on who they're facing over these next few games.
Sure.
What do we got for a pitching matchup tomorrow?
I was just looking. It is Brian Wu versus Jose Soriano.
Okay, Jose Soriano, a right-handed pitcher. And then Saturday, we have this is good TV. Tyler Anderson. So it's a lefty again. So that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. I'm fascinated to see it. And I know this is Ty Colby territory. I love this trade so much. I love it. The fact that you got a player
that we like the trade. Come on.
The fact you got a player as good as Josh Naylor without giving up any of your top 10 prospects. And in my humble estimation, none of your top 15 prospects is crazy good work. Crazy good work. And I don't care about his contract.
Now, could you have made this trade in the offseason? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what makes me a little bit.
That's 100%. You're well within your right to feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that would have probably got it done in the offseason. I mean, Cleveland really likes Slade Ciccone, and he's pitched well this year. He's had some good moments for them. He's not a
comp pick.
Yeah, and because if you make that trade, then you get that comp pick. Now, the Seattle Mariners will not get a comp pick.
Correct.
They cannot offer a comp pick for Josh Naylor, or if they get Eugenio Suarez or any of the pending free agent type players.
Yeah.
But
28-year-old too. It's not out of the question they re-sign him. Honestly.
No, absolutely not. And I talked to Dave Mahler of Softy. You guys know
Dave Mahler. Who the hell is that?
I don't know. Some guy who went to Bellevue High School and really likes the Huskies and sometimes talks about baseball. Bellevue College. I'm sorry. He went to Bellevue High School too. He did go to Bellevue High School too. I think. This is kind of perfect for Naylor. You find out what you like. You find out if you like Seattle. You find out if this is something that fits. And the Mariners find out if he fits too, right?
Yeah.
Because this is not for a BBB, a big beefy boy, this is not an elite power hitter, right? No. This is not a 40 homer guy. The 31 homers he hit in 2023.
Excellent contact skills.
Excellent on base skills. Yes. A guy who is not abhorrent against left-handers. He's not great against left-handers,
but he's defensive first baseman.
He's good enough at first base. And that would be my biggest concern long-term, is that us big beefy boys tend to not age particularly well, right? So there's a very good chance that he'll be a DH by the end of the year, or not the end of the year, but a DH by the end of his contract.
Sure.
Only 28 years old though. So I think this is perfect. You find out if this is a match. You find out this is a match while giving up a reliever. I think Brandon Garcia is going to be a reliever long-term, and Ashton Izzy is not a lottery ticket, but at best you're talking mid-rotation starter,
and that's best.
That's best. Yeah. And, I get why the Diamondbacks like this. I don't think the Diamondbacks did horribly. You get,
they're getting a lot of crap.
Like Ciccone for a half a year of Josh Naylor, and he did well for you. And now you get two prospects who can help you in the long term. That's not bad business at all. No. But I think this is such an easy yes for Seattle. Such an easy yes for Seattle. Do you care if I talk about the bullpen real quick, and then we'll
go ahead. Let's do it. Can I ask you one quick question?
Please.
I know we talked about lineup construction and going versus righties versus lefties. From what you've seen from Polanco lately, can he start at second base against lefties?
Yeah, I think so. But here's what I will say. I want him replaced late in games because I want to keep him fresh. Okay. I want to keep him fresh. There's so much movement there, and it's a history we talked about. The tortilla chip thing. We've talked about it a lot.
I love that.
But I just don't think that Jorge Polanco is in probably good enough shape to be, and that's not an insult to him. I'm not calling him lazy or anything like that. He just hasn't been in the field enough this year. He's been injured too much. So yeah, I do think that is, I thought you were going to ask me about lineups where I'd hit Josh Naylor. I'll just tell you right now, I'd hit him third. I would hit Josh Naylor third.
Well, yeah. And he's playing every day.
He's playing every day.
He hits against lefties too. It's not just a platoon guy.
I'd probably move him down against lefties. I'd probably hit him sixth against left-handed pitching. But he's playing. Absolutely. Yeah. But I would go JP, then I would go Julio, then I go Naylor, then I would go Rosarina, Polanco. It's not a bad lineup.
Cal
It's
Raleigh?
really not a bad lineup. Yeah, I said Dumper. He's hitting fourth.
So not even in the top 3. Interesting.
No,
right.
I want a chance for him to drive in those guys. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
that's just, and again, it doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah, no,
it really doesn't. But real quick on the bullpen.
Yes, bullpen.
Gabe Spire has looked awesome. Just looked awesome.
Against righties, too.
Against righties. And once again, we talked about this. Carlos Vargas cannot be a high leverage guy right now, man. Like, it's just the command is so wonky and the results just aren't good enough. Just are not good enough. It's very fortunate. And I got to tell you, when they brought in Gabe Spire to face Mike Trout, I was like, whoa, this is a interesting decision that also speaks to the Seattle Mariners need to go get another reliever. The Seattle Mariners absolutely need to go to get another reliever. My druthers would be going to get Danny Colombe from Minnesota. I think he's so good against lefties, but certainly good enough against righties that I think that he would be a perfect get. But Carlos Vargas can't pitch in those situations anymore, man. He cannot be your 7th inning guy. And you need to look at not just replacing that role. Bizzardo did a solid job tonight. Matt Brash, stuff looked really good. Command a little shaky. Andres Munoz, fine. Yeah. Fine. I expect more, but he gets the job done, right? Yeah. Carlos Vargas has to be replaced.
Yeah.
You have to look for that an upgrade there. And I know they are.
Guess where you got Carlos Vargas.
Oh, Eugenio Suarez. So I think that's fair. We'll just reverse the trade. We'll pretend it never happened.
Right back the other way. Come on, let's go.
Sebi Zavala is going to have to re-sign with the Seattle Mariners so that they can trade him a part of the deal. Yeah. And you know what? Just real quick, nothing that happened today says that you can't get Eugenio Suarez. Nothing.
No. That's the best part about all this is you can do so much more.
So much more.
All right. Thanks for listening today. I know we went a little bit deeper into the trade stuff, but it's just a big day to be a Mariners fan, right? You get the win against LA. You got Brian Wu, your ace as of now. Go ahead, and we talked about this earlier. Logan Gilbert, maybe, but your best pitcher for 2025 so far, Brian Wu, going tomorrow against Jose Soriano. Another 6:40 start, if I believe I looked at that correctly. It is
6:38.
6:38. Excuse me, I got it wrong. But we'll be with you guys tomorrow. Love hanging out with you guys. Mariners Postcast. Like the video if you haven't already. It really, really helps us get more people to come hang out with us, with you guys. And I always love just having more people hanging out, and not just for viewers and because I like to see that people like us, but just to have more people chat. I love hearing what you guys have to say, kind of seeing what the Mariners fans are thinking nowadays. So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Chris Crawford, last word.
Welcome to Seattle, Josh.